fellow Sierra Leoneans, today, 11th July 2014, marks the start of the World Population Day celebrations in Sierra Leone and the rest of the world. Each year, this particular day focuses on issues that are critical to the development and well-being of human societies everywhere. This year, the United Nations Population Division has indicated that investing in young people's health, education, and skills development should be given priority in the global effort to eradicate poverty and achieve the Millennium Development Goals. This increase in population growth poses a challenge on the resources meant for all of us. It also reminds us that the choices we make now will have a long-term impact towards sustainable development. Each year, about 78 million people are added to the global population, putting more pressure on the planet and global resources. In any country, the size, growth, age structure, and rural-urban distribution of a country's population have a critical impact on development prospects, and specifically on prospects for raising the living standards of the poor. Today, as we commence the World Population Day campaign, we should remember that rapid population growth is a key issue that perpetuates poverty and should be a concern and challenge for all of us. Poor health and gender inequality are all challenges of poverty. The International Conference on Population and Development, ICPD, has recognized that empowering youths with education, equal opportunity, and the means to determine that number and spacing of their children is critical to breaking this vicious cycle. Reflecting on this understanding, the ICPD called on developing countries to fully integrate youth's concerns into development strategies, planning, decision-making, and resource allocation at all levels. Sierra Leone has made lots of strides to include population concerns into policies and programs. A national population policy for the country has been developed. Sierra Leone has also made progress towards the achievement of the MDGs. Universal access to quality reproductive health service is fundamental to reducing poverty. The Millennium Development Goal 2013 report for Sierra Leone indicates that this goal may be met with effective delivery of ongoing programs and increased financing, especially for young people. These are problems that must be solved together. As we undertake the campaign of investing in young people, we should remember that young people between the ages of 10 and 24 years can contribute new ways and approaches to solving their own problems. Targeting people like adolescent girls and boys with reproductive health services, efforts to promote women's rights, greater investment in education and health, including family planning, will help to reduce gender inequality and HIV and AIDS among the young, who constitute a larger percentage of the population. The international community has put premium on the importance of investing in youths. The ICPD Program of Action acknowledges that investing in youths and broadening the opportunities and capabilities is indispensable to achieving sustained economic growth and reducing poverty. In this decade, progress has been made in national, regional, and international policies consistent with the ICPD and MDGs. Topics that were previously ignored in policy discussions, that is gender-based violence, youth and adolescent reproductive health, people living in emergencies, and the role of culture as a vehicle for advancing basic human rights, are now routinely addressed and acted upon. Resources for implementing ICPD beyond 2014 and achieving the MDGs must be significantly increased and used effectively. In the changing institutional landscape of decentralization and devolution, of decision-making authority in the social sectors. Development of skills and capacity at local administrative levels is required. In conclusion, may I remind you fellow Sierra Leoneans that as the world seeks to invest in young people, let us celebrate the occasion by noting that young people's access to health, educational advancement, poverty reduction, environmental quality, and improved developmental partnerships will help to improve the living conditions of the citizens of our beloved Sierra Leone, especially the youth. I thank you all for listening.